The spectacle of hazardous materials, hidden dangers around us. The world we live in is filled with countless substances. Everything we see, touch, and even the air we breathe is composed of chemicals. Most of these substances enrich our lives, but some require special attention. These are hazardous materials, substances with such powerful effects that they can threaten our very lives. Let's embark on an exciting journey into the world of hazardous materials to uncover their nature, dangers, and the importance of safety management. What are hazardous materials? Hazardous materials are substances that can directly or indirectly pose risks to human life and property through fire, explosion, poisoning, or disease. These materials are classified based on various criteria, and the primary classification methods are as follows. 1. Classification by physical hazards. 1. Explosive materials, substances that undergo rapid chemical reactions causing explosions when subjected to external shock, heat, or friction. 1. Dynamite and fireworks are common examples. 1. Explosions release massive amounts of energy, creating shock waves and fragments that can cause significant damage. 2. Flammable materials, substances that ignite easily at low temperatures. 2. Gasoline and alcohol are typical examples. 2. These substances can ignite from a small spark, leading to fires. 2. Flammable materials can exist in liquid, gas, or solid forms. 3. Oxidizing materials, substances that enhance the combustion of other materials. 3. While they do not burn themselves, they significantly increase the risk of fire when in contact with flammable substances. 3. Oxygen and hydrogen peroxide are typical examples. 4. Combustible materials, substances that readily burn, such as wood, paper, and fabric. 4. Combined with flammable materials, they become primary causes of fires. 2. Classification by health hazards. 1. Toxic materials, substances harmful to health when absorbed by the body. 1. Cyanide and pesticides are representative examples, capable of causing symptoms of poisoning or even death with small amounts. 2. Corrosive materials, substances that chemically damage skin or mucous membranes upon contact. 2. Strong acids and alkalis are examples, potentially causing burns or blindness in severe cases. 3. Irritant materials, substances that cause irritation to the skin, eyes, or respiratory tract. 3. Ammonia and chlorine are typical examples that can lead to anything from mild discomfort to severe inflammation depending on concentration. 4. Carcinogenic materials, substances that can cause cancer. 4. Asbestos and benzene are examples that significantly increase cancer risks with prolonged exposure. 3. Classification by environmental hazards. 1. Aquatic toxic materials, substances harmful to aquatic organisms when dissolved in water. 1. Heavy metals and certain pesticides are examples, causing water pollution and disrupting ecosystems. 2. Ozone depleting substances, substances that destroy the Earth's ozone layer. 2. Freon gases are a prime example, contributing to global warming and increasing harmful UV radiation. Hazardous materials in our daily lives. Hazardous materials are present everywhere in our lives. In households, cleaning agents, pesticides, and paints fall into this category, while industrial settings deal with an even broader range. To manage these materials safely, the following guidelines should be observed. 1. Accurate information, understand the type, risk, and handling instructions of the material. 1. Material Safety Data Sheets, MSDS, provide this essential information. 2. Proper storage, store materials in appropriate containers based on their characteristics. 2. Keep flammable substances away from heat and toxic substances out of children's reach. 3. Safe handling, wear proper protective equipment, goggles, gloves, masks, when handling hazardous materials. 3. Ensure proper ventilation and avoid mixing incompatible substances. 4. Emergency preparedness. Familiarize yourself with response measures for accidents, such as fire extinguishing methods and procedures for handling leaks. The importance of hazardous material safety. Accidents involving hazardous materials can result in large-scale casualties and environmental damage. Thus, individual safety awareness and strict safety management are vital. Governments and corporations must establish regulations and provide training on hazardous material safety, while individuals should actively participate in such education and adhere to safety guidelines. Through this exploration of hazardous materials, we have learned about their diverse forms and dangers. While these materials are essential and beneficial in many ways, mishandling them can lead to catastrophic consequences. Safety is not just a rule to follow but the most important value that protects us and our loved ones. By understanding hazardous materials and ensuring thorough safety management, we can build a safer and more prosperous world together. Remember the message of safety hidden behind the spectacle of hazardous materials.